What's happening with it? This is Slink Johnson, a.k.a. Black Jesus, your Lord and Savior, and you're listening to the Red Rock Podcast Network. How you love that?
You are listening to the Red Rock Podcast Network, featuring Pod of Thrones and
the Shiznit.
Look, this is for my old heads, young G's, etc. Dino Red said he loves the intellectual. Busy never hesitate. I can rap whatever, bro. I'm only in first gear and still way ahead of it. Living in the cold world full of that nonsense. Drug heads, teen moms, day-to-day violence. Fiends at the corner, panhandle for bottles. 12-year-olds running around with pistols and hollows. Fucks my conscience, but still I do. I know right from wrong, but my decisions is stupid. My generation is crazy, and the media proof. Ignorance is bliss, and we is illy influenced. And that's why I'm here. Old soul kicking brand new flavor in your ear. Rapper of the year.
this is the Red Rock Podcast Network. From Red Rock Studios in Los Angeles, California, this is the Shiznit. Now, put your hands together for the Shiznit.
Welcome back to another episode of the Shiznit Show. I'm your boy. I'm your host, Dino Red. And if you are just now tuning in, this is the second half of Dino's Family Feud, Part 2. I repeat, Part 2. If you did not hear Part 1, then you will probably want to stop this and go back and listen to Part 1 of Dino's Family Feud, which is episode 87, I believe. And this is episode 88. All right, enjoy the show, which is already in progress.
So since, we're nearing the end of the year, I got one of those end of the year type list type things, I got the most binge watch shows of 2018 by Netflix.
Okay.
So we'll see what these are. There's some, I've heard some speculations from some people that this list is bullshit by Netflix, and the reason why they
pump up to some of these shows that people actually don't watch.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're saying. Their theory is that Netflix is trying to pump up some of the shows that people aren't watching by saying that these are the most watched shows, hoping that people will start watching them.
Got it.
So
because I've seen two of these shows, and I watch Netflix all the goddamn time.
Okay, so I'm going to start. I got the top 10. I'm going to start with...
Some of them are movies, too, right?
Number 10. No, these are all shows, I believe. I believe these are all original Netflix shows on this list that I'm doing. Number 10, Orange is the New Black, Season 6, which has been canceled. That series, Orange is the New Black, has finally been canceled, which they should have canceled it a while ago.
Yeah.
It jumped the shark a minute ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
The riot, come on.
I think it's jumped the shark once they finished the book. And they started going into their own material.
Right.
It kind of jumped the shark after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely.
Can't fake great writing.
There's still like a couple of seasons, 1 or 2, whatever. But yeah, I feel like it could have left a couple seasons ago.
Well, now I have a chance to catch up, so it's not infinity now.
Yeah. Okay, number 9 is Insatiable, which I have not seen.
At least I've heard of it.
Number 8, and with an E. Season 2.
I also heard of that.
I have
Anna Green Gables.
I've seen the first season. I have not watched season 2.
That's Anna Green Gables, right?
Excuse me?
Is it the Anna Green Gables story? Is that the character Anne with an E? Anna Green Gables?
I'm not sure if her last name is Green Gables or
not.
No.
I thought it was based off the story of Anna Green Gables, the Canadian story about the little girl. It's like she's like Annie, but she's Canadian. She lives on a farm, or
she is similar to Annie.
Yeah, it's Anna Green Gables.
Okay.
I saw the Anna Green Gables house in Prince Edward Island, and it's a Canadian story.
Okay. So Green Gables is what?
That's the name of the place.
Town? Oh, okay.
And of Green Gables.
Anne of Green Gables.
Okay, because you're saying it fast. It kept sounding like you're saying like
Anna.
Anna
Green Gables.
You know Anna Green Gables?
Yeah.
Live down the road.
Wait, what? It's like slow down and enunciate.
Anne of Green Gables.
Anne of Green Gables.
Okay, yeah. Well, I've seen Anne with an E, and I'm pretty sure I've talked about it on this show at some point. The first season, I liked it. I thought it was good. I feel like they did a little bit of that thing that I dislike, where they incorporate today's values back into the past to make it politically correct. I hate that. I'm like, just either don't address it or just do it the way it was, because that's the way it was. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't make they made her, she's super feminist and stuff, which don't get me wrong. I know they had feminists way back then, but I'm not buying it. Some of the stuff was just a little too much for back then for me. I just don't feel like a lot of that stuff would have gone on, or really, the way that they portrayed it. It just reeked of, being
Politically correct.
politically correct in retrospect is what I call it. PC in retrospect. I don't like it.
Right.
I don't like it. But other than that, it's slow at points, whatever. I feel like it's more like for maybe like a preteen
Girls.
Okay.
I think that's who the target audience probably is. Like Danya, maybe, except I think Danya would be bored by it. But I think Danya is probably the target audience for it.
That's who read the books.
Okay. Yeah, that's what
I
it
read
feels
the book.
like.
Okay.
So, but she's a good character, and she's smart, and she's a good, somebody for kids to look up to and everything, especially girls. Okay. So number 7, that was number 8. Number 7 is The Haunting of Hill House.
That's a movie.
That is a series on Netflix.
Is it?
I'm not saying it's not a movie. It might be a movie as well, but it is a Netflix series. And we've had some of our listeners recommend that to me, especially after I was talking about Sabrina. I think it's either Momo or it might have been Aaron, or Momo and Aaron. Anyway, I've only watched the first episode, and I had to kind of power my way through that one.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's too early for me to say, what it is, or, really give an opinion. I can just say, based on the first episode so far, I'm really not feeling it. I haven't been motivated to see a second episode, but I got to at least watch another 2 or another 2 episodes or so, just to see, because they were really like, oh, if you like Sabrina, they were really riding for this, like, it's really good and this and that, and it's scary and all that, and I just didn't see any of that in the first episode.
Yeah, I was kind of excited because I like this genre. I thought you were going to come put me up on game today.
Nah, The Haunting of Hill House, I'm not feeling this so far. But
Oh,
like I said,
wow.
only 1 episode in, so we'll see.
Well,
We'll see. I have to give it.
TBC on that.
Yeah, exactly. Number 6, Fastest Car.
Never heard of that.
I have watched that. That is kind of a reality series, sort of.
Like a docu-reality?
Yeah, documentary reality type thing. What it is it's very formulaic. Each episode starts off where you get to know the drivers of these cars, right?
Okay.
It's all, and it's basically it's 4 car heads or gear heads.
Okay.
Gear heads is what they're called. People who are really into cars and the mechanics and those type people. And it's these people who have built their car from scratch, who have drag races against people who own supercars that are factory built.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of interesting for an episode or 2 if you're just a regular person that's just mildly interested in cars like me. But after a couple episodes, it's kind of loses its luster. It's the same thing every time. It's like it starts off with the interviews of all the drivers. It generally starts off with the people who made their own cars, and there's always some sort of like, they kind of use a similar formula for America's American Idol and some of those other shows. A lot of them have a sob story. Like this one guy, he was in a wheelchair. He's like a wounded veteran or something like that. He's in a wheelchair, and he built his car from scratch, and he races it himself and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes the supercars win. Sometimes the street cars win.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It goes, you never know who's going to win. And then sometimes, and it's more than, there's like, I think there's 4 cars that race. There's usually like 3 street cars and 1 supercar.
Okay.
And sometimes, the supercar just blows away all the rest of them. It's just all over the place with the results. But that's pretty much that show. That's what Fastest Car is. And like I said, if you're a gearhead, give it a shot. You might like it.
Yeah.
And if you're a regular person, mildly interested in cars, you might like an episode or 2, and then me, and then give it a rest.
Is it British? American?
I think it's American.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's American.
Can I just ask a side question? What is a supercar?
Like a Ferrari Testarossa.
Oh, okay. All right. Sports car, but like.
Yeah, not a Mustang.
Okay.
Yeah, no, a supercar.
Okay.
Yeah. These like $100,000 cars and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's super.
Yeah. Okay. Number 5, Bodyguard. I'm only 1 episode into Bodyguard, but I'm really feeling it so far.
Ooh, is it like the Whitney Houston?
No,
That's
it's
not
not.
Bodyguard.
Dang it.
It's not like
This is
that.
I thought it was the Bodyguard
But
series.
this guy, I don't know his name. Like I said, I'm only 1 episode in. There's a lot of talk, a lot of buzz about him possibly being the next James Bond. He's either Irish or Scottish. I'm not sure which. Like I said, I only seen 1 episode, and I'm not really sure which accent that was. It's definitely not English. But anyway, my nephew and I were this morning. We're talking about it. He was like, "What do you think about it?" I was like, I don't know. I might have to see him as James Bond to know whether. But just off the first episode that I've seen of Bodyguard, I'm not really feeling him as James Bond. I don't know. He might be able to pull it off. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, in any case, it seems pretty good. I can't wait to check out, the rest of the series. Because like I said, I'm only one episode in. Seems pretty good. It's one of those, he's like a cop in London. And, there's like terrorism and different things like that involved. And he thwarts this terrorist plot. And with that, he a promotion to be the bodyguard of a high-ranking official.
Oh.
And that's why it's called Bodyguard.
Okay.
And that's about all I know about it at this point.
Right.
But
well,
it
starts
seems,
off good.
It's pretty good. Okay. Number 4 is Last Chance U, indie. I don't know what that is. I have no idea.
Maybe it's an indie
I
series?
feel like I've seen that before. I think it's aimed at like teens.
Okay.
Like that. And I want to say it might even be, but that's don't quote me on it. It's definitely.
Okay. Well, this next one, number 3, is definitely a teen show. 13 Reasons Why, season 2.
I've seen that.
Yeah, they made the first season made a lot of noise. A lot of people were talking about it, and a lot of people online were like,
"Well, that's because that scene where that guy got raped."
Right. What do you think about the series? Have you seen both?
It's not for me.
Not for you.
Yeah, I've seen it. I see the appeal, but it's not for me.
Right.
I don't care enough about the characters to watch it every week.
Yeah.
Is it like that one show about the kids a long time ago that Drake was in?
Yeah, Degrassi High.
Degrassi?
Yeah, it's like
similar.
That.
Okay.
It's a teen drama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 2, Making a Murderer Part 2.
Oh, okay.
Which that one got
a lot of buzz.
A lot of buzz for the first season a couple years ago. So I don't watch that one. I'm not into that one. So I tried watching the first episode because there was so much hoopla about it.
Yeah.
I was not feeling it. I kind of felt like I knew basically
where they're going.
Where they were. Yeah. And I was like,
felt the same way.
I'm like, I don't need this. I'm done.
Well, what is it about?
It's a docudrama, crime docudrama.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
I think you guys have talked about this.
Yeah.
And they talked about like the background stories of these murderers.
Yeah, this is
actually about one case.
One case. The whole season is about one case. Yeah, there's one guy in particular. So, and then number 1, which is weird because didn't they cancel My Block on My Block?
Right.
They
I can't believe that's number
Block.
1 because it's only
Why? How y'all
LeBron
cancel it?
James?
Huh? Wait,
No,
what?
this is another teen show.
Oh.
But it's
Where
like
did LeBron James
it's
come
set
from?
in L.A.
He has a show. Does he have a show called My Block or My Something or a new show, LeBron James?
The Shop.
Oh, The Shop.
The Shop. Yeah.
Whatever. My Block, The Shop.
On My Block. Yeah. This was good.
Okay.
It was good.
This was really good.
And I was like, did they cancel it too?
They did cancel. I'm pretty sure.
And like season 2, like what happened to the kid? The guy. I can't want to skip
I don't
away
know.
for those
I
who haven't seen the
I have to
season.
Google it to be sure. Or,
But there was
I think it got canceled.
one of the main characters had something really serious happen to
Yeah,
them, and it's
yeah.
like we're not gonna find out.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I've never heard of the show.
Yeah, it was
I
really
also
good.
don't have Netflix.
You heard about it because I talked about it on here.
Oh, okay.
It's
On
set
My
in,
Block?
It's set in L.A.
Yeah, On My Block.
Oh, maybe so.
So yeah, those are the top 10 shows streaming on Netflix for 2018. So in case you guys want to check them out or whatever.
Yeah.
And I agree with the people who said that some of this is bullshit and that they're using it because Netflix is super protective about their what do you call ratings or however you want to.
Their analytics.
Their
and
analytics,
stuff,
yeah. They're super secretive about them. And Nielsen, I think, at one time tried to release some info that they guessed at, and they were just like, not even close. Not even close.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find it hard to believe that some of these shows are in the top 10.
Well, On My Block has been renewed for season 2 at Netflix.
Oh, okay, good. I was wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Because I feel like we had that was a story we had on here one time that it had been canceled. Maybe they changed their mind.
Maybe they did.
Yep.
But
So
yeah,
that was as of June 18th.
I'm pretty sure it was
June
canceled at one
2018.
time. But good. Maybe they decided to bring it back or something.
Yeah. Yep. So it was a lot of people asking that question actually. So
Yeah, that show was really good.
Yeah.
Really good. It's kids, whatever, but it's like it appeals to everybody.
well, there you go. Your outlines, what you need to watch on Netflix or what you should watch at least.
Yeah, well, there's
everybody
there's
else
a
is
lot
watching.
more stuff than that is like even way. I'm surprised. But there's some stuff that didn't make the list, like Ozark. Ozark
Oh
is
yeah, I
great.
hear about that one.
Ozark is so good. Oh my God, it's so good, especially the first season.
I know you're not an animated series fan, but F is for family.
Uh-huh.